show on the road. Ladies and gentlemen, my show today is, we did a show. I did a show with Friday earlier, and it was people pushing people's buttons. You understand? But due to the fact, I was curious about why they do that, so I wanted to do a show on why do people push people's buttons. Because that's something that a lot of people do. They do it all the time. But why is the situation I want to know. So I have a guest with me, and maybe she might be able to help us understand why they push buttons. Her version. We just get an idea. She'll give me her version, and I'll tell you what I think. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a special guest, and it's the infamous Friday Forever. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Excuse me, language. I got messed up here, y'all. But anyway, it's Friday Forever. What do you think, Friday? Tell them what you think.
Why do people push buttons?
Yeah, why do they do that? I mean, all you can say is why you might do it.
There's a lot of reasons that people push buttons. As you said earlier, for attention. If someone's bothering them or aggravating them, they just want to get back at them. Or
yeah, that makes sense.
Or for kids, maybe it would be there's, and sometimes people don't even know.
They want to get a reaction, I think. They just want to get a reaction out of you.
Well, I
don't know.
like
you might be in a good mood. You know what I mean? Everything is going smooth and they're bored.
I honestly don't believe that. A lot of times people don't even know that they're doing that.
You think they do it? But what about the people that do it intentionally?
How do you know that people are doing it intentionally?
And then they start laughing at when you start tripping. When they start laughing, it's like they did it. They wanted to see you react to it.
I don't know about others, but I might, if I did that, and you react, and if I'd start laughing, because I would be laughing at you reacting to something that I don't even know why you're reacting to.
No, because you did it. You set it up.
No, that's not true.
You don't think you do that?
No.
Well, people do that, and then when the people react to it,
because sometimes I don't even know.
They start laughing, and then it's like they planned it.
It's not
true. They push the button. You know what I'm saying? They'll sit around and try to, think of things.
You can tell when people purposely, maybe you can't, but
yeah, I can tell.
People, no, obviously you can't, because you say that I do things that I don't even do things.
You don't be trying to push buttons when you do that.
I told you, when you tick me off, I do.
See?
I'll purposely come up with something.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And most of
the time. That's what I mean. That's not most of the time. Sometimes I just do things not even knowing, but you'll come off the wall with something, and then you'll make me even madder.
Right.
And then
it's like a cycle.
I'll have to get you back for being so mean. In my mind, I'm thinking of it like that.
I
so.
got you.
'Cause you're right. It's a vicious cycle.
But people do that out of habit. A lot of times they have a habit of doing it.
I don't even know.
Because they want to get attention. And sometimes that's just what they do. It's like somebody that lies all the time. And they'll tell you a story because they want to get a reaction out of you. So people that do the button pushing.
Wait. You say that people lie all the time.
Some people.
To get attention. A reaction.
So it's different for button pushing, but sometimes people would say something to push your buttons. You know what I'm saying? And it could be something to get next to you because they know you like that.
Is this your theory?
No, it's just what I think. Yeah, it's my theory.
That's what you think.
This is my theory. That's why I told you I'm going to give you the answers on my show. This is my theory. But if you don't think it's
So you're
true,
thinking people... That's the way that they're trying to get close to you, is to push your buttons?
No, I don't think they're trying to get close to you. I never thought of it.
Said.
No, I didn't say they're trying to get close to you. They're trying to get a reaction out of you. They want
To get close to you.
maybe that is what they're trying to do. I didn't know that. I didn't think of
No,
that.
that's what you said though.
No, I
many
didn't think of it
times.
like that.
Oh,
It could be that. That could be the reason. I'm gonna tell you why.
tell me why.
Because if you're not a person to talk and communicate with people, you try to not get involved with people. They'll come up with something to get you to talk and get a reaction out of you. Maybe that is what they're doing. I never thought of it like that.
So
Because
people on the outside to get you, because you're quiet and do
Yeah.
yourself.
I'm to myself, get me started. Some people, you know what I'm saying? You're right, they do that. And it's like you say, trying to push a button to get a reaction. Because they'll start talking about things I know some about, but I don't want to get into it. Right? They'll start talking about subjects they know I know about and everything. And they'll say something to get a reaction out of me. They want to push my button. They'll say something about somebody I know or something. Right? Thinking I'm going to respond. And sometimes I'm hip to that. So I don't respond. But they be trying to push my button. You know what I'm saying? And I'm up on some of that. Sometimes they throw you off guard, though. Somebody say something and get you in this conversation, get you caught up in it. And there's a person that really does that. And that's what he does really. A friend, used to be my partner. But anyway, a guy named, I can mention his name because, you know,
Mike.
Buzz. Yeah, Buzz, everybody know Buzz. But you know what I'm talking about. He'll come up with things. Just like one day, he got a partner of mine so mad. You understand me? And I can say the partner of mine because, no, I better not say his name. But anyway, he's a tall, skinny dude, and he be in my office all the time. And he came to the hospital to see me when I was in the hospital. So you know, yeah, you know who he is. He told him that a guy that he knew that had got hit by a car, right? And CB was not CB, excuse me. The guy was so mad that he went around to the store and told them people. And next thing you know, he called the guy that, you know, that this supposed to happen to. And he was really mad at him for saying
Did the guy get hit by a car?
No, didn't nothing happen to him. He was perfectly all right. But the guy was mad.
I know.
For him to saying that about him, and he's perfectly all right.
The rumors happen about me or my daughter. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And then he got so mad at Buzz, he was really mad because the guy got on. I said, man, this is what you do. When people say things, just like they said about this guy went to a funeral, and they had a shootout, and people were saying that it was the guy that was in the casket, grandson. But it wasn't. It was just two youngsters out there shooting, and one of them got killed. But they were saying that, and I almost was going to fall into the trap. Then I said, well, let me call some people and find out. Because who told me that it was the grandson was my sister's boyfriend. So I thought he knew what he was talking about. He didn't know what he was talking about. So I called some people that I know that was there that night. And they said, no, that was two youngsters, boom, boom, boom. And I got it cleared up before I started. Then I called everybody, like Charlie Walker. I called him back because I told him it happened. I called about 5 people that I told him that it was the guy's grandson. I went and called all them people back and told them, no, it wasn't his grandson. Because that shit would have spread it
How
out.
stupid did you feel?
I felt bad, but the guy, it started out behind just like the other situation. Somebody told me a lie. And then I called right back and told my sister that it was not his grandson. I called her back and told her what really happened. So when people tell you things,
It's like my kid. She's less. She's not even as old as y'all.
right?
You guys are supposed to be adults,
Right.
and she's not an adult. She thinks she is, but she's not. Just like what she did to me. Like, oh, there was a shooter. Someone came into the school.
Yeah.
Didn't you see it on the news, Mom? If you would look at the news, and if you would do, because she knows that I don't have the news channel, or
Right,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
look at the news.
So she'll say that.
Uh-huh.
To push your button.
Well, to tick me off.
Yeah, to get your attention
Yeah,
and get your mind
yeah.
off of something else. That's why she
No.
does it.
I don't know.
I think she does it because she wants to throw you off.
No, all I'm saying is, you see what you just did? You flipped it onto me. Bull, bull. You
I did it.
are the childish one that took some food, bird food, and ran, and you were the bird that told.
But I took it right
And
back when
then
I found out.
Right.
I didn't
Then
let
you
it
had
go
to go
out.
backwards.
But I did it real quick because I was following the same thing that Buzz did.
Because you can't.
When Buzz did that,
then your credibility as who you claim to be,
Yeah.
your stature, your you,
yeah,
your credibility goes like here.
that's why I backtracked real fast. And I don't speak on things unless I know it's a fact.
Well, that's what we all say, but we all get caught up in stuff.
No, I know we do. It's just like when, when people tell me things like somebody died or something, I make sure that it's somebody that's reliable telling me this. You know?
Like the news.
No, not these people may not
And
be
the
on
president doesn't even say that they're reliable. He claims that they're all kinds of
No,
other stuff.
they're fake news. So you can't believe the president when he says everything is fake. So you can't even believe the top man in charge on that. And he thinks they're pushing his buttons. And he reacts to everything.
That's true, huh?
Yeah, that's true. That's what it is. They're
my
pushing
God.
his buttons and he got buttons to push.
Yeah.
And they do it too.
That is so hilarious.
Something to think about it. The head president.
And we're all supposed to be adults.
Right.
It's like it's like we're all in high school.
Yeah, when it comes to that.
No, it's you grow up, you go through high school, and everyone talks about everyone, blah blah blah, and but then we become adults, and we get these jobs, and we have family and life,
Yeah.
but it's still the same because adults, it's just like high school.
Yeah.
It's just the same. It's just a cycle. Just different ages.
When you have a lot of associates or whatever, it be like that. Because
No, it's just women's groups,
yeah, stuff like that.
church groups, the goodest groups to the worst groups,
Right.
cackling hens, guys cackling hens, women. It's a lie. I mean, why don't you find your facts
They don't. A lot of times
before
they don't.
you?
They want to push somebody's button. They want to get a reaction. Sometimes they know it ain't true. People. That's why you.
I don't know. I guess
That's-
I'm not that type of person.
That's why you can be on a bus or be somewhere and you hear people talking.
And then you take that.
You take that and you think
And you're like,
they might know what they're talking about. A lot of times they don't know. They just talking.
Well, no, I mean,
A lot of them don't know what they're talking about, but sometimes they do. But you don't know.
if I heard something on the bus and I'm not really knowing what that means or whatever, I'll come to someone
Yes.
like you and say, "Oh, no, did you hear about the guy that jumped out of the window on 16th Street?" You go, "No." I'll go, "Oh, I don't know. It's just weird. I thought I heard a story on the bus
Yeah.
that someone said that. But maybe I was just like daydreaming. I don't even know."
Well, that's just like Sunday.
But then I would ask. But if you say I don't know,
That's just like Sunday. I was over in Oakland, right? And it was evening time, and it was a sideshow. They was doing a sideshow and everything, and we didn't know. We thought it was a sideshow, so my partner drove away and got away from there. But later on, we heard that they turned over the bus. They burnt the bus, was on fire. The truck was on fire. They gunshots. They went crazy, right? And we got out of there just in time, but it was all on the news. It was all on the radio. They were talking about the sideshow and how crazy it got out of hand. But if somebody else had told me that, just talking, and I wouldn't have heard it nowhere else, I wouldn't have believed it.
you heard it on the news.
No, I seen it. We were right there looking at it. But I'm saying, if I hadn't seen the show right there, and somebody would have told me all that happened, they burned the. They turned off. They almost hurt people. People went on the bus. They burned the bus. They burned a truck with a big pickup, a truck with, one of those trucks that has a lot of stuff in it. A big truck like a food truck be on the highway.
Okay.
They burned that. They shot up in the air, guns. They did all kind of crazy stuff, and it was just a sideshow. They had a sideshow where they do their car and turn them around and do all that. That's what it was. But you wouldn't have thought all that happened, right? But it was on the news and I heard it. But if somebody had been talking like that on the bus, and I had this, knew this for a fact, I wouldn't have believed it. I would have said, all that didn't happen. Because it's so much to happen at one event, in other words. One thing, you said, it looked like somebody, made it up. But it really happened.
It was a car show?
It was a sideshow where they drive. You don't know what the sideshow is when they take their cars and they spin around and drive all crazy. You know what I mean? When they call it a sideshow, and they've been having them for years. But this one, when it got out of hand, people started burning up cars and trucks. I mean, it's crazy to destroy people's property. And that's these young people doing that. These young people that, like I said again, should be in school studying and trying to do the right thing. And here they are doing stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Actually, you didn't mention one thing that's just like
What?
terrorizing my mind.
I did mention one thing. I didn't.
No, you did not mention one thing that you should put with all that list of stuff that you said.
Yeah.
Graffiti.
Oh,
I sit at this bus bench like all the time,
Yeah.
and then bam, I'm like, oh, when did that get there? Plastered with graffiti.
It's like
And then
art.
down this other street, all the way down, plastered with graffiti that I never even saw the day before.
The gang
or
members do that.
few. I don't even. You can't even go there because you don't even know for a fact. You can't throw things out like that.
No, that's what it is. They do that.
I know maybe that's true, but you cannot say for a fact.
They claim their territories. It's been doing it for years.
Olive, you know what?
They've
You
been
can
doing it for years.
Say that.
I'm just saying. That's what they do.
I know,
I've seen
and
them
I
do it.
can assume that same thing.
I've seen them jump on the bus when I'm riding on the bus and take their spray can and do it right there while you're sitting there. Did that ever happen to you? Yeah, that's how aggressive they are with that, and that's against the law. The police don't want them doing that. You know what I mean? But they do it. I don't know why. I'm like you. Why do they do it? Why do they do that on the thing? And then some people do it for art. I've seen people do art like that, and that's different. It's two different situations.
It's like my boy cat, marking his territory, peeing and wiping his hands on everything. That's his graffiti.
Right.
His scent. Is that what you guys do? Is that what you guys do? Is put your scent on everything? That is BS garbage. And the people that have to clean it up are okay, I have a friend who has a shop on Mission,
Right.
and we were discussing that they've been there 30-something years, and they were there when the Latinos were there. All of them were out. Then the Asians were there. All of them were out, and the Latina came back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn. And you stayed. You withheld your position in this place, and he's got a newspaper article about him.
Is
And
that right?
ask me. I was talking to him about just having the shop, and graffiti came up.
Oh, did it?
He walked me outside. He's got small, and he's got a spray can under his thing. The guy.
Yeah.
That this is his. I don't know why I said ask me. The thing, the gate, the wire, the thing. He has that.
Fence.
The wire. Yeah.
The gate.
To block it off, the window, but they go on the wall right out here. You could still do it through the thing, but people spray his thing all the time.
And he has to clean it up all the time.
He gets fined if
they
he
fine the
doesn't.
people? Oh, well, I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Wow.
That's more money
Yeah.
out of their pocket.
So he got to do it every time they do it.
Every time he says, if I don't do it, and they have to do it. They give them a warning, and then sometimes they don't even. They drive around, give people warnings, and if it's not cleaned up like the next day or before the next day, because they come in the night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They can spray you.
No. I'm not talking about the graffitiers.
Okay.
I'm talking about the people that give tickets.
Oh.
The gentleman said they come all hours, morning, noon, night, 24/7. They come because they want money from you. You own the building. This is your shop. You do your hairstylist, and you have this little piece of shop. And or you have a shoe store, and you have a big shop, and you have the thing that slides down. If they see graffiti, they'll give you a warning, and if you disobey the warning,
Oh, they do give you a warning.
they'll
That's good.
fine you
It's good to
up
give
the
you a warning.
behind.
Because that's what I was wondering.
No, it's so
Let me
sad.
ask you this. If say like they do it at night. Say the people do the graffiti at night, right? Right after they do the graffiti, before you even went to the shop in the morning, you don't notice it's up there because you're at home. You didn't go to your shop yet. They do the graffiti, and then the people that give the tickets come right behind them before you know anything, and then you got a ticket or you got a warning first.
You get a warning.
So then that morning, if you see it, you better get it off right then. You can't wait till next day because they'll probably give you the ticket. So in other words, you might have to be paying every day with your brush.
He said not with a brush because that will take a long.
Spray again.
He said he told me the routine with brushes, and he said no, you cannot do that with brushes. You can't. That's why I got the spray can with the color that is down to earth.
And he has to do. So he does it very
Daily.
often. He does it daily. Really?
Practically daily.
Wow.
And I said, all that money in spray paint?
Dang. I didn't really know that.
It goes up to being the amount of money to pay. Can you imagine the ticket? If you'll get the ticket, but then you'll still have the opportunity for them to come out and paint it, or you can paint it.
But does the ticket get more expensive as they give you one ticket and then you fix it, but then they give you another one because it happens again? The tickets get more expensive every time, right?
I don't know about that because I never talked that far about that.
And then you got to go to court.
I don't know. I told him to come be a guest on my show and we'll
Okay,
talk
okay.
about graffiti, but he's embarrassed. He doesn't know
That's something
if
to talk
he's
about,
going
'cause
to
I
be
didn't-
shy. I know a lot about a lot of things, but I've never owned my own building. So, and there's a lot of things you have to pay. There's a lot of certificates you've got to have. Like, okay, for instance, liquor stores or corner stores. The one on 23rd and Guerrero
Right?
just switched hands.
It did?
The guy and his son were trying, the little boy, he named the store after his little boy. They tried and tried. It was a flop, and they switched hands to this other person.
Yeah.
April Fools.
That's what it was. It was
First
on
day
the
of April, they
Which hand?
the guy doesn't have this guy that sold it to that guy lost the cigarette, carrying cigarettes. He had to pay, but he just let that go because he didn't want to pay. And the liquor license, he had to he kept that.
Right.
Because,
There's a liquor store.
well, yeah. But this guy has to make a decision whether he wants to,
Do the cigarettes.
right, whether it's worth his.
That's a lot of money too, huh?
You got to buy the cigarettes. You got to keep up on the license.
A lot of stores don't do the cigarettes.
On the license.
Must be
Well, the
expensive.
smoke shops, because the smoke
Yeah, it
shops
must be
carry all
expensive.
the stuff, and that's where you get it.
Right, they don't have like they
And
used to.
my other guy at the other side, Mayberry side,
You're talking about Peter.
he has 14 cartons.
Oh, he sells cigarettes.
Yeah, He does, but he got 14 cartons, and he doesn't. They just pay it so they can sell it. And cigarettes are kind of going out of style.
Yeah, they are trying to quit them.
And but if the places that carry it are smoke shops.
Well, the thing about it is,
and the other things.
they're making it so hard to smoke now. You can't smoke nowhere. Everywhere you go, you can't smoke. You can't smoke at the bus stop. You can't smoke in any building. You can't smoke 25 feet from certain places. It's so hard to smoke, you might as well not smoke.
Nobody
There's no way-
listens to that, though.
I know, but they give you tickets and stuff. It just, in other words, it ain't hip to smoke no more. Smoking is out. But you know what they smoke? And that's hip, and I don't even do
That's
it.
those
Weed.
vapor.
Weed and vapors, yeah. Those things, they smoke. And they love smoke anywhere. And that's something I don't even mess with, weed and all that. But anyway, what's your final word? Give them a final word for the evening. What's the,
Look at my camera.
yeah, what's the greatest? What's really happening?
My final word is please do something kind and nice for somebody that's needing help or whatever. Do not do graffiti. What's wrong with you? Like he says, pull your pants up. Stay in school. Do not do graffiti because the homeowners, the people that own the property, have to take and clean up your mess. You're making it a problem for everybody. Grow up. That's all I want to say. Bye.
All right, you heard that, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, I'm going to close my show. And I'm going to say it was a very good show because we hit on some subjects that were enlightening to me, and I hope my audience was enlightened by these things. But anyway, I know pushing buttons, I know I learned something from it. And you young people, you understand, like we say, you stay in school, get your education, because there's no other way out. You think you're going to rap and do all these other things. There's millions of people trying to rap, and there's only maybe hundreds that might make it. So you want to have a short shot, you go to school, spend the time in school, and then if you want to rap or do whatever, play an instrument, you do that on the side. Make that like a hobby. And then you might win then, but you're going to have a short way of winning by going to school. And that's what I'm going to give you. So y'all be good until next week. Like I tell you kids, you ain't got to pull your pants up no more. Just make sure they're clean and your underwear is clean. Make sure everything is clean. And don't cuss at people. Be polite and treat women right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. How this thing ain't working? What's up?
Push it and slide it up.
It won't go.
Push it and slide it up. You're on the wrong one.
It ain't moving. What do you mean that's the wrong one?
This one here. You had to push that one.
This won't move. It won't go down.
Oh, honey. It's right here.
See, it ain't moving. See? It's supposed to move. I don't understand that either. You know what I'm talking about, man. Can't get it to the L. We just have a little difficulty. We're going to be off the air in a minute, ladies and gentlemen. There it goes. There it goes. You moved it, didn't it? I ain't never seen
Where's
that.
the mouse?
What was that?
My
On
phone.
your phone? Go get it. Go get it. So we're going to get this thing. I don't know nothing else.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, because I'm going to keep talking, ladies and gentlemen, because right now, until I can get this mouse off, get this stuff straight, tell them to come on in there and fix this, because I don't know any other way to cut the show off, so I'm going to continue, because he'll be in here in a minute. But like I said to you young people, go to school, get an education, you understand me? Because times are not like they used to be. When I was young, it was different. It was opportunity. Hustlers and people like that can make a career and can have money. You can have a lot of money. Now, if you got over $10,000, you understand me, the IRS will be on your ass. So back in my day, you could have as much money as you want to have. And they didn't ask you no questions. When you go to buy a car, you go to do this, bam, you just get it. They didn't ask no questions. If it was drug money, prostitute money, or whatever kind of money it was, they didn't even care about it. It was something that they They didn't trip off her. You know, so it's like nowadays everything has changed. They got cameras on everything. Everything you do and everything you say, cameras are out there. So crime does not pay. And this is literally crime does not pay. This is not just something I'm saying. This is a fact. That crime does not pay. And believe me, when I say crime doesn't pay, it does not pay. And I'm going to let you know that because that's the way it is. And believe me, you better go to school because that's your only sure way to the top. And they're giving time up. They're giving time. I'm talking about football figures. They're giving time. They ain't giving you no few years. You can't, in other words, you can't practice nothing and fail and try to get back up. No. When you fail now, you'll be in jail. And I'm not talking about a few months, a few years. You get 20, 30, 40, 50 years trafficking is what they call it now. It ain't like 50 years ago when I got 40-some years ago when I got a pimp and a pandering. I got 2 years, 22 months and got out. That ain't no time, 22 months. Now, you get 22 years or more for all these little crimes because they changed the name. All they did was change the name. The crime is the same. So you imagine that. And then if you get some of these other crimes, assault and all that. Okay, we got to work this out. That mouse won't move, and I can't close it. Oh, yeah, let me get you.
That's not part of the show. He's going to cut it anyways.
Okay, it's okay. He can cut it. It's just an idea.
I stepped on you. You unplugged it.
You what now?
You unplugged it.
Well, that's what I could have did.